afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Connolly Broody,
And I'm Verlene Craig.
and we will be your moderators for today. It is our great honor to welcome you all to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Grammar School and the St. Vincent Girls High School Joint Sports Media Launch. Let me first extend a warm welcome to our sponsor.
Our esteemed sponsors, Mr. Randy Kennedy, Kingstown Cooperative Credit Union, GECCU, St. Vincent Cooperative Bank. Your support makes initiatives like this possible. We are also privileged to have representatives from the Ministry of Education. Unfortunately, our rep from the Ministry of Sports is unable to make it, but we do have a rep from the Ministry of Culture joining us here today as well. Your presence highlights your knowledge that this is something that is important for the schools and for our students.
A special welcome to the headmistress of the St. Vincent Girls High School, deputy headmistress of the St. Vincent Girls High School, the headmaster of the St. Vincent Grammar School, the deputy headmaster of the St. Vincent Grammar School, for your continued leadership and dedication.
We also acknowledge and appreciate the presence of the media, as well, we had hoped our viewers would be joining us live, but they will get to see this after. Thank you for viewing and for being part of this occasion.
To the audience here today, including our past students, teachers, house masters, house teachers, physical education teachers, and of course, our enthusiastic students, welcome. Your support and participation are what makes this event truly special.
Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey as we showcase our plans, partnerships, and passion for sports excellence.
To kickstart this event, we'd like to invite Mr. Desroy Kwame from the St. Vincent Grammar School to lead us in prayer. We will remain standing for the playing of the national anthem by Mr. Zephan Knight.
I'd like everyone to bow their heads. Heavenly Father, we come before you today with gratitude as we gather for this special media launch, celebrating sports, unity, and collaboration. We thank you for the opportunity to represent our schools and our houses, and we invite your presence to guide us throughout this event. We lift up every house being represented here today. Bless the captains, leaders, and members, and inspire them to embody the values of teamwork, dedication, and respect. May this event strengthen the bonds within and among us, and may we celebrate each other's talents and achievements. We also pray for the athletes who will compete under the banners of their houses. Grant them strength, focus, and resilience as they strive to do their best. Help them to compete with integrity and sportsmanship, and remind them that their efforts bring glory not only to their houses, but to you. We lift up the sponsors of this event, Lord. We thank you for their generosity and willingness to support this initiative. Bless their efforts, businesses, and organizations, and may they continue to prosper as they contribute to the growth of our community. Bless the organizers, participants, and everyone in attendance. May this event be a source of joy, inspiration, and success to all. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Randy Boucher to present the exciting calendar of events for the 2025 Joint Sports Meet. Welcome, Mr. Boucher.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we feeling? For now. All right, we are all brothers and sisters this afternoon. We are all friends. We are all friends. I know that sometimes we said we could be friends until at this junction, then you could check me back after sports. I know. So my job here this afternoon is to walk you through the calendar of events. But I want to pause just at the first set of events. the official dates for our major sporting activities this term. Our activities have already started, most of them at the preliminary stages. But there are some activities that are for internal purposes among students. But today, we want to speak to those that we want to generate national appeal, and this is where you will come in. We begin on Tuesday, the 4th of February 2025, with the road relay for the St. Vincent Grammar School. And on Wednesday, the 5th, the following day, will be the turn of the Girls High School, their road relay. For the St. Vincent Grammar School, we are doing our Sion Hill, from the school to Sion Hill Kindergarten route, while the Girls High School, they're starting from the Argyle International Airport back to the school on the tarmac. For those of you who are unable to be with us physically for these two events, of course, we will ensure that you will not be left out. Compliments VC3, they will be covering both road relays from start to finish so you can get all the excitement going. The defending champion of the road at the St. Vincent Grammar School, that house is what? It didn't sound like you all about that. The rulers of the road at the St. Vincent Grammar School is Lopi House. And over at the Girls High School, that the champions of the road. All right. So we want to see if they can match that this year and if Lopi will be able to defend. I think Lopi is 2 years running. And I think they probably lost count over at the Girls High School. All right? So we will see who will come out victorious on the road. Now, our valued partner in this venture of the road relay for both schools is the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. And they have been our partners for over 20 years of sponsorship of road relay for these schools. And that is no mean feat. We value that relationship and we express our heartfelt thanks to the management and staff of KCCU. And they are very much on board for Road Relay 2025. At this time, I'm going to just step aside for a while and invite Ms. Ruth Stowe, who's very much here with us representing Kingston Cooperative Credit Union, our sponsors, to give us some remarks.
All right, thank you. Protocol already being established. Good afternoon, everyone, both in person and viewing online. My name is Ruth Stowe, and I serve in the capacity of Marketing Officer at the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union Limited. And it truly, truly warms my heart to be here at such a grand occasion because as I'm standing here, it's twofold. I'm here to deliver brief remarks on behalf of my organization, but I am also here as a very proud, dedicated headmistress girl. You know, sometimes I wonder if I vouch harder for the sponsorship because, headmistress has been dominating, but we'll just leave it at that. Now, if you know of the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union Limited, you know that we never do anything halfway, and we truly pride ourselves in supporting many avenues of youth development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, with the sports sector being no exception. Our love for sports is unwavering, and it is expressed yearly in the sponsorship of many sporting events, locally, regionally, and internationally, many of which garnered our support for several years. As you can see, we've been with this road relay thing for 20 years, 2 decades to be exact. Our relationship with the St. Vincent Girls High School and the St. Vincent Grammar School emulates one of those in an old romance movie, where The moment you enter that relationship, you are in it for the long haul. You see, both institutions truly have our heart at KCCU, and the love is expressed in the sponsorship of a plethora of initiatives that they host throughout the year. However, none is dearer than our sponsorship of the road relays of both schools. Sports season at these schools truly is one for the books. And I can strongly say that if you are not a past student of any of these institutions, if you're not involved even as a sponsor with any of these institutions, you have truly not lived a full life. It's amazing. I know I'm going to get stick for that when this goes on social media from the other schools. It's amazing to see how much dedication, drive, commitment, and camaraderie the students, staff, and past students, I must mention past students because we really carry this thing, um, how much we put into the success of this joint sporting event. Now, when I attended the girls' high school, I don't want to say it was a very strict school back then, but let's just say you couldn't breathe the same air as a grammar school student. And it's really heartwarming to see today that we have both schools coming together to have a joint sporting initiative so that the girls can interact with the boys and they can share in this sister and brotherhood relationship. I'm quite envious. So I commend the headmasters of both school, the headmistress and the headmaster of grammar school, and GHS for collaborating on this because I am very, very jealous. Thus, on behalf of KCCU, I would like to commend both the St. Vincent Girls High School and the St. Vincent Grammar School on the launch of their sports season. And I will use this opportunity to affirm our continued financial support for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Come on, put your hands together again because listen, that sounds like an endorsement with a nice check to follow. All right, and guess what? We would not disappoint you this year at all. I'm looking out and I'm seeing some of the athletes who will be starring in the road relay. Anybody in here running road relay this year? Just raise your hand. Wave your hand, man. Wave. Come on, Ashley, put up your hand, man. Right. So we are here. Now, that is road relay on the 4th and on the 5th. But we are not letting the momentum drop at all. Once we start, that is it. Now we are about to announce what will happen next. And the next big event will be on Thursday, the 6th of February. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2024, the nation was captivated. Many glued to their devices every morning. On a particular morning for almost a whole month with great anticipation of what was to come next from the other house. In fact, the Prime Minister said at the time, well, St. Vincent had no problems because everybody is so relaxed and enjoying life, glued to videos from the tarmac as over 700 plus past students of the girls' high school walked across, drove across, ran across, danced across, flipped across, and all of that. Now, some persons were a little envious because they were unable to get time off to be there. It was not to that magnitude on the other side of the fence at the St. Vincent Grammar School. However, we intend not to be left out. So we are joining our sisters this year for the Randy Kennedy Challenge 2025. So, as one of the judges from last year, and you heard when Grimble said, well, it was unfair because we had to go first, and then the others kind of copied, and then Moffat said, no, but we had it hardest because we had to wait until everything. So guess what? Everybody will come together on one day. So no start, no head start for anybody. On Thursday, the 6th of February, 2025, all roads will lead to the tarmac once again, where we will present Alliance, where we will present the Alliance. That is the Randy Kennedy Challenge. To give more details about the challenge itself, get ready, make your notes. This is it. We invite Mr. Brody to introduce the presenters of the Randy Kennedy Challenge 2025.
I'm only introducing, I'm not the performer. All right? But let's introduce Miss Jacinta. You got me? All right. Let's introduce Mr. Mr. Macmillan and Miss Jacinta.
Pass it, pass it, pass it, pass it! Boy, you're sticking the boy! Making sure I have it. Have it. Have it. This is the thing. When you want to have that chair? Wait, hold on. Gosh. I'm staying fit. I'm getting ready for the yours high school and the St. Vincent Boys Grammar School. Yeah, they say I'm good with old. I was coming to talk. And I say, if you want to participate now, you could call the principal and then.
Hold on.
The thing that is the challenge and the points. Call the principal and ask for invitation, for invitational race. I'm going to call, she's preparing me, but you're frustrating me, you're blocking me from doing the thing. I'm making sure I was always a long distance sprinter, you know. Always. You couldn't hold me back. The sprinter, the run, which one? Hold on. Say at the mark. Say at the mark.
Mark?
Not Mark. Marks.
Marks? Come, wait.
What pen?
Supposed to run in that direction.
You did the officiator.
Well, they asked me to do it. Hold on. Explain to me really and truly what's going on.
They having sports. Everybody in the country.
Oh, yes, GHS sports, yes.
And grammar school now.
Yes.
So
you gave up that too?
You look like you know thing. But anyway, I was reliably informed now. My daughter Becky call me and tell me. Becky, you was you don't know all I'm country to the Iraq, Iran, and you know about them sports, yeah? The internet was locked down. Becky said, call the principal. One is Sama and
Mr. Sam, yes.
and John, call them and ask the invitation thing, and I will enter the Randy's, Randy's.
What do you mean?
Mr. Kennedy, no? Yes, that is it. So I'm going.
Hold on.
What myself?
You're talking about the Randy Kennedy Challenge. You did it last year. But this year, GECCU is doing it by themselves. They plan to lock down not just the whole country as they did last year.
They're locking up people me going in that thing. No locking up jail and in a friend.
Locked up.
Oh, locked up.
Yes, like COVID now, you can't go it. So they're locking up the whole country and the whole region this time because they're bringing the So what's happening this year is different from last year.
But let me ask
But you
you
kind of
something.
listen.
Now you talk about grammar school and high school.
Yes.
Like how me not really good in school, they know.
Yeah.
Oh, you not go?
That's why they say, Paul, cockroach no have no calling in a foul part.
But the cockroach there, you.
But this year, hold on, this year, cockroach get invited. That's you. And us, cockroaches. Right? So here's what's happening. You see like how you not got talent, but you got heart. They're rewarding heart. So they're trying to find out which house could capture the heart of the nation.
That's in a hand, I could tell you that. Hey, for me house.
That heart. Right? So what's happening is each house has to bring out as many people as possible wearing the colors. Whether we are Muslim or any one of them, you have to put on the green, the yellow, the blue, the red.
So we can't wear that and like that.
You know, really like
You have to wear the color.
you have to wear the color. So what's happening is this year, because last year they said the chief for Moffat. Who will be say so?
I mean, we put out the garbage.
All that bacchanal get them put to rest because Moffat said them are the best. No head mistress said nobody else can test. And Wimble said they will put all of them to rest. And Staff House said, Grammar school said they're going to show high school how to do it properly. So, instead of everybody getting their own day, everybody coming on the same day. On a scale, eating Joshua Tom. And the top side of hospital of Joshua, coming down this week. One day. Write it down. Thursday, the 6th of February, 2025. They invited past students. They invited mommy, daddy, uncle, auntie, granny, picnic, everybody they could bring. Past students getting 5 points for the house. When you're ready to start, when you come another past student, you go to the past student gate. One side to grammar school, one side to high school. If you come down as a granny, uncle, auntie, relative, friend, well-wisher, you go through the other side.
That will
You
get
got to wear your color. And they will give you a mark to know that you come through. Where you know some houses cheap. I come to 10 times. So when you get the mark, you stop, you fall in, come through. 2 points for foreigners. 5 points for past students. Now, A1 next. We're talking boss and segment.
also the thing is a gospel thing.
Yes, man, it's Randy Kennedy.
Hallelujah.
You know he's a man of God. And they have to do a 10-minute each house. Have to do a 10-minute gospel presentation. Do we play that?
Shan Shan Talaba. Shan Talaba.
They have to do it in English. You know any gospel song? Sing one.
I mean, not too long.
Let me hear you. You take a seat. Down in English. Go ahead, go ahead. With the money.
Hey, I know. I was somebody's soul who that kept chopping.
Right. So what happens is, for 10 minutes, each house gets their chance to rest. All this is part of capturing the heart of the nation. But we get in points in the presentation. You see how I rhyme such sweet sensation. Now, after the presentation, oh, by the way, I have to tell you, you can't carry any foreigners in the presentation. The presentation must be done by students and past students, assistant for past students, but no cockroach. You understand? So no foreigners can be invited. No. After that is when they tally up all the points. And when you will find who will be the winners of the Randy. You understand? Take now.
So it's been a bit of so you want me to run together?
No, we don't run. We don't.
No, I mean,
You see the size of my belly? Where am I running?
you know, I'm telling you, you're listening to me when we get something so each part when you say
What color are you wearing?
So, me go get me from me and you will pass here and me
What color are you
come.
wearing?
When?
So the thing.
That's a secret. Not anybody, but that's our secret. Me go get myself ready and me go.
Anything you wearing?
And you need to learn to practice your little fit down. Your body not fit.
We have officially launched the Randy Kennedy Challenge for 2025. Thank you.
And Candyman, thank you. So we just heard the launch of the Randy Kennedy Challenge. Randy Irving Kennedy was born and grew up in Rose Place, affectionately known as Bottomtown. Being one of the six of 11 children, and the third set of twins, of which his mom had 4 sets of twins and 3 single children. His mom, Miss Agnes Kennedy, a St. Lucian born, was a seamstress by profession, and his stepfather, a Barbadian, was the first liner typist to work at the Vincentian newspaper office, probably in the early 50s. Randy's mom started by selling donuts in front of their doorstep, but after the demand grew, their little living room was divided in order to start a shop. As they got older, they participated in the daily running of the shop, walking 3 blocks as early as 3 o'clock in the morning on the main street of Kingstown to buy bread and carry the boxes of bread back to the shop on their heads. Years went by, then he upgraded to a bicycle as business grew, then a 2-wheel wooden cart, after which their first car was a Beetle Volkswagen. Welding, mechanic, and electronics were 3 trades that Mr. Kennedy learned, which after he took up duty operating his mom's shop at 2 a.m. at times. He finally chose electronics and worked for a while, but gave it up to support his mom full-time in the shop because his mom was complaining of being tired. They were very passionate about their mom, and they all loved her unconditionally. When she was hurting, crying, or sick, those were the hardest moments for him. Both parents loved and cared for them all. And despite all of the downfalls, shortcomings, and challenges, when nothing else could be done, the love, care, and concern from their parents lifted them. In the month of May 1985, when the financial assistance by way of a loan from one of their customers, Mr. Kennedy started a little bar in Bottomtown. In 1991, a mini mart in Rose Place, which is still operating at its original location. Then in December 1994, a supermarket in Stony Ground at the Russells building. And in 1997, he moved to Lower Bay Street, where the supermarket is still operating today. Mr. Kennedy stated that he will forever be grateful and thankful to the many families who have and still support Randy Supermarket and Company Limited today and the years gone by. A product and blessing from his mom. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. Their mom taught them to trust in the Lord and to remember that all good gifts and blessings come from above. I now introduce you to our challenge sponsor, Mr. Randy Kennedy.
Good afternoon to all. This is new to me, but I must say before I go ahead, I would go a step above Sister Deosha. I was there at the meeting yesterday when we were speaking about this function and the two persons who just performed here, and I was taken back. I didn't expect within that short time they can put off such a play. It was really great. I did enjoy it a lot. And I must say, to last year, when Sister Deosha approached me, I wasn't that clear what it was all about. But again, I was blown away when I see what took place last year, 24, with all the functions they had and the singing and dancing and the participation of the past students. It was really amazing. And Ms. Dorsha doesn't know that when she came and she asked me to sponsor this challenge, she didn't know the reason why I really did it. My daughter went to high school. She was transferred in Form 3. She did the exam, she passed, and she's transferred in Form 3. Whenever so often she comes home, she'll speak about Miss Dorisha and Teacher Dorisha. And when Miss Dorisha asked me, I decided, well, you know what? I think Jaira, my daughter, would be happy to know that I have, answered to Sister Dorisha's call. And I'm happy myself to do that. I must say that we need to invest in the youths, be it sports or whatever it is. And I'm happy for the privilege to do that. And I wish all who is taking part, and now you have the boys together. Well, I don't know if Mr. Tosh is setting up last year, but grammar school came to me. And the way they came to me, and there are some teachers I am acquainted with, it's hard for me to say no. So I sponsored both this is the last year. I told Miss Dorsey that it was unfair to Grimble House. We had this Grimble House, right? That's what, and my daughter was in Grimble House as well. You know? So this year, I think Grimble will be able to show their true colors and their strength and talent. You know? And the boys from grammar school, if for some reason the girls for Grimble House doesn't make it, at least the color, my daughter represents the red, so try and make it for, you know. So again, I thank all who's here, and I thank Principal Dorisha, and I wish all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kennedy. We wish you all the best. And thanks to Mr. Kennedy, all houses were able to host some excellent house feed last year. Amen? That's right. Thank you kindly. So that is the Randy Kennedy Challenge 2025. And the final date I wish to release to the public, most persons know it already, will be when all of this comes to an end. That will be on Friday, 21st February 2025 at the Sir Vincent Beach Athletic Stadium. Bragging rights are or up there. Last year it was at the Victoria Park and it was on a Sunday. And that was an epic meet. One for the history books. The most patrons at any school sport in the history of St. Vincent and the Grenadines happened last year. This year, we're going to make it even bigger. The defending champions at the Girls High School, headmistress, and the defending champions at the St. Vincent Grammar School, Reeves House. So it was just the a blue wave across both schools last year. And I believe in terms of the positions, it was all color-coded at both schools. So we had Reeves and headmistress up front, followed by Moffett and Lopi, followed by Miller and staff. And fourth, because at our schools, people don't come last. Fourth place was Grimble and, all right, will the tables turn this year? Are the tables about to be turned this year? Listen, those persons, it's not too late to book your flight to get to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Come across from the region. And listen, ask for the day off now. Friday, 21st February, we are all heading to Diamond. Time, 10 a.m. We start at 10 a.m. So the details, of course, in terms of tickets and where you can find your ticket and so forth, will come to you at a later date. But right about now, we want to give kudos to Corporate St. Vincent, who is behind the sponsorship of the joint St. Vincent Girls High School, St. Vincent Grammar School Sports Meet 2025. Put your hands together as we welcome the representative from the General Employees Cooperative Credit Union, GECCU.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will not comment on my color. I wore it on purpose. Good afternoon, everyone. The General Employees Cooperative Credit Union Limited, GECCU, is pleased to be a sponsor of the joint inter-house sports of St. Vincent Girls High School and St. Vincent Grammar School. GECCU remains committed to supporting youth development in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Hence, we are pleased to contribute to the sporting sector where athletes can define the odds and ignite success. It is our hope that the talents of all athletes will continue to flourish as records are broken, and please break some records this year. Our support over the years may result or may have resulted in the creation of a future Olympian or a future athletic scholar. We take this time to send best wishes to Grimble, headmistress, staff, Moffett, Reeves, Crick, Lopi, and Miller in the various sporting activities. We at GECCU will eagerly await to find out if the blue wave continues to triumph or if another house will emerge winners of the respective schools. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible. Do have yourself a festive and exciting sports season where legacy, rivalry, and team spirit will be at its finest. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Charlene Michael Charles, for delivering those beautiful remarks. Thank you, Mr. Boucher, for your presentation on calendar, the sports day details. We are looking forward to an action-packed schedule. Mark your calendars, everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank two of our valued sponsors, the General Employees Corporate Credit Union and the St. Vincent Cooperative Bank.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we are honored to hear from our representative from the Ministry of Education. Welcome, Ms. Rosamond Griffith.
Good afternoon, everyone. Protocol being established, I'm very honored to be here this afternoon for this launch of the sports meet for both Grammar School and St. Vincent Girls High School. I want to commend both schools, the principal, the vice principal, the staff, the students, for their dedication and hard work in planning the activities for the much anticipated track and field event among schools. This is not just a time for competition, it's an opportunity for growth for both students, staff, present and past. Teamwork, community spirit, as we would have been observing on the social media networks. Teamwork, and a time to shine both individually as a team. The Ministry of Education pledged its support in all areas. Athletics, or track and field as we know it, is unique. It's a blend of individual excellence and collective effort. I want to take the time to just speak to the athletes and the house captains and vice captains, because our focus in education, where we promote physical education and sports, actually shape our students for many different things. Athletes stand at the forefront of a movement that inspired others. They are not only athletes, they are role models. They have the power to inspire younger girls and boys to pursue their dreams, to believe in themselves and to embrace the strength that lies within them. We, as the onlookers who are not athletes, we need to remember that the path of an athlete is not always easy. There will be days of struggle, moments of doubt, they're going to doubt themselves, and challenges that test their resolves. But it is in these moments that they will discover their true strength and who they are. Athletes and team captains, as you prepare for the season, set your goals high. Visualize your success, whether it's improving your personal best or simply giving your all in every practice. Let that vision drive you. As Olympian gold medalist Abby Wabba said, believe in yourself and your abilities. You are capable of more than you know. Achieving your goals takes hard work, determination, and a willingness to push through obstacles. But I assure you, the satisfaction of reaching those goals would be worth every ounce of the effort that you put in. Each of you has a chance to shine on the track, but it's the collaboration and support from the house leaders and captains that truly elevate the team. So to the house captains, the vice captains, the leaders, build a strong team culture. Shape the culture of your team. A positive team environment fosters trust, collaboration, and communication. You set the tone for how your teammates interact with one another. By encouraging open dialogue and inclusivity, you help everyone feel valued and motivated. Remember, a united team is always a successful team. Develop your leadership skills. Being a team captain or leader helps you to develop essential leadership skills that extend way beyond track and field. You'll learn how to make decisions under pressure, resolve conflicts, and motivate your teammates. These skills are invaluable not only in sports, but also in everyday life and future careers. Leadership is about service, and as a captain, as a leader, you'll learn to put the needs of your team first. Embrace your team performances. It has been shown through study that effective leadership can significantly enhance team performance. You have the opportunity to lead by example, showing your commitment and dedication to the sport. Your action can inspire your teammates and push themselves further. Work harder and strive for excellence. Remember, you elevate your performance. By elevating your performance, you elevate your entire team. Foster accountability for your team. Encourage your teammates to hold themselves and each other accountable for their action, both on and off of the track. This sense of responsibility helps create a disciplined and focused team that is committed to achieving its goal, help instill a work ethic that drives success. And I need you to create lasting memories. Create memories with your teammates, with your teachers, with the past students. This bond you form during practice, competition, and all the challenges and team building activities will last a lifetime. These experiences will shape not only your athletics journey, but also your personal growth. Cherish these moments. They would stay with you forever, even after the season has ended. I encourage each of you to embrace the role of a leader, whether or not you hold the title of captain or vice captain. Support your teammates, uplift one another, and strive for greatness together. As you embark on the athletics season, remember that the journey is just as important as the destination. Make this season unforgettable, filled with growth, teamwork, and triumph. In closing, I want you to remember that greatness is not just about talent, it's about hard work, perseverance, and heart. Someone said, you may encounter many defeats, but you must not be defeated. You have everything it takes to succeed. Believe in yourself and each other. Embrace the spirit of competition with sportsmanship and camaraderie. Challenge yourself and each other to set new personal records, but also to celebrate the journey you take together as a team. So gear up, support one another, and make this track and field season unforgettable. Together, you can achieve greatness. Thank you, and the Ministry of Education sends all the wishes to all the teams, all the houses that will be winners. Get ready to run, jump, and throw for this season.
Thank you, Ms. Griffith, our education officer responsible for sports. We thank you for your dedication and commitment to fostering growth in sports and community development. It's truly commendable. Up next, we will have Mr. Brody, who will present to us a special segment of our sport meet, our upcoming sport meet. Here to shed some light, Mr. Brody, welcome him, please.
Greetings, everyone. We are getting ready to kick off an electrifying sports term filled with excitement, camaraderie, and unforgettable memories. This year, we're taking things to the next level, aiming to make the sports term bigger, better, and more extraordinary than ever before. The sports term isn't just about competition. It's about tradition. It's about legacy. It's about celebrating the spirit of the girls' high school and the grammar school. It's, it's a time when we come together to rival, to cheer, to create moments to live on in the heart of our institution's culture. That's right. We're inviting everyone to join in the fun. Students, alumni, families, and friends alike. Together, let's build on our proud legacy and create something truly spectacular. Let it go, DJ. Let it go, DJ. Let it go, DJ. Breathe. This year, we're introducing some thrilling new highlights. You ready for them? You ready for that? A grand dance extravaganza.
DJ.
Imagine this. You picturing it? Past students and present students dancing side by side. Bridging generations through music and movement. We're setting a goal of over 100 participants to help us kick off this sports meet in a grand style. This isn't just any dance. It's a performance. It's a celebration of unity, showcasing choreographed dances tailored to different age groups, different generations. No matter your age or experience, there's a space for you on the field. Cheerleading like no other. We're bringing back our exciting cheerleading competition with both schools stepping up to rep their houses like champions. It's your chance to show school pride, showcase spirit, and cheer your house to victory. A star-studded finale. Prepare for an unforgettable grand finale featuring a special guest artist who will take us on a musical journey from old school classics to today's hottest hits. Who you think that is? Who you think it is? Who you think it is? This performance is all about unity in generations and celebrating the diverse taste of our incredible community. This sports term is shaping up to be the ultimate family affair. It's a time to showcase unity while passionately cheering on your respective houses. Our respective houses. Who we repping? Who we repping? Who we repping?
DJ. Bravo.
Who we repping? Come on, man. Victory. Champion. Champion.
Champion. Champion. Champion. Champion.
So we need your help to make this happen. We need your help to make this happen. If you're ready to dance, cheer, or lend a helping hand, don't wait. Reach out to us today. Time is of the essence, and your participation is key to creating the magic spectacle. Let's come together and celebrate our legacy and make this sports term an unforgettable experience. We can't wait to see you there. Let's make it awesome. Hip hip.
Thank you, Mr. Broody. Thank you. Now, I'm sure all our old boys and girls are dusting off those old dancing shoes, and we're ready to give them a challenge, right? Right? So, Juanita, I'm sure that you're excited when you hear that. So let's hear a bit from you, from the Ministry of Culture.
Thank you. And Mr. Broody started what how I wanted to start. So I'm going to ask everybody to stand up because I was sitting there and my bum kind of tired. And because you would have heard him mention, about the dance engagement that we're about to have. And I am in charge of one of those groups. So I'm picking my persons now. Kano, throw the music away. Same champion. Give me the champion. That was nice. Get ready. So I'm going to start with Muffet. Let me see what you have. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. Hey, hey. Come on,
No, champion, champion. Everybody knows the Bravo a champion. Champion.
Let's go, headmistress. And the boys represented. Let's go. Hey, hey. Go. Headmistress looking good. And who's the last one? Staff House and the representative for the guys. Well done. All right, thank you. One more before we go, don't sit. When I say power, you say house. Power. Power. When I say power, you say house. Power. Power. All right, have your seats. No, I'm here representing the Department of Culture and by extension, the Ministry of Tourism, Civil Aviation, Sustainable Development, and Culture. And I'm here to tell you how sports and culture can marry, because you might be asking why she's here representing culture. There's a lot of ways. No, sports and culture are units that serve as an avenue of identity and shared values. Our traditional sports and games often reflect our beliefs and practices of a society. Take, for example, cricket, popularly known as the game of our people, especially when West Indies is doing their best. Especially when they're doing their best, yes. And we would have witnessed this when we saw Obed McCoy, who came to his homeland to represent us in the T20 games. Give him a hand. He might see it somewhere. And this in itself makes him a cultural icon, representing national pride and identity. This is one of the ways we endeavor to preserve our cultural heritage through sports by passing down stories and practices across the generations. Sporting events also provide a platform for cultural expression, often featuring music, dance, and experiences such as what the GHS and the St. Vincent Grammar School do when they do their friendly rivalry. I said friendly. Is it friendly? No? Well, it looks friendly from the outside sometimes. It's not friendly. It is. Although it is a competition between houses, big up Moffat and Lopi. It promotes unity and diversity by bringing past and present students and teachers together while supporting multiculturalism and cooperation. I cannot mention them all, but our legendary athletes, some of who are now sporting ambassadors, have earned us a place in history. And most recently, one of these memorable moments in sports now contributes to our culture's collective memory. No one would ever forget Shafika Maloney in being the first overall meaning male and female athletes, to make it to the finals of the 2023 Olympic Games. Oh, sorry. This, I know, will be an unforgettable occasion for us. And while I know I wasn't the one running, I had a sudden burst of national pride. And in that moment, like Shafika, I became a symbol of her resilience and inspiration. Moreover, major sporting events such as what the GHS displays showcases cultural practices in dance and costume and prop making through their cheerleading competitions. The GHS can boast of an active dance group that also participates in the department's National Dance Showcase, and the KCCU's National Dance Festival, which spills over to their contribution in their sporting event where we witnessed them doing cheerleading. As evidence, this is evidenced by the music and dance sometimes blending with performances through movements where they too would mimic athletes' movements. Ultimately, sports and culture are mutually reinforcing, enriching, shaping identities, and building bridges. And I, Juanita Phillips Cato, representative from the Department of from the department, endorse the powerhouse on Sports Day as it is geared towards building bridges between sports, camaraderie, and culture. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Juanita Phillips Cato. Okay, so we'll now ask for two past students to come to give greetings. Miss Claudette Ledlow Williams for GHS Moffett and Mr. Earl Cabba Bennett for SVGS Lopi House. Oh, they won the Randy Kennedy Challenge last year. The last year winning it.
The last year? Yes. You are so mistaken. Bring it on, Muffet. Good afternoon, everyone. Protocol already having been established. I was, well, let me apologize. Basically, as in your program, you saw Mrs. Tamika McKenzie. She's not well today and couldn't be with us, so she has asked me to say a few words about what last year's challenge really meant for us then and going forward. So last year, the nobodies of GHS, the ones whom no one expected anything from, the ones who they felt comfortably leaving us for the seller position because nothing was expected of us.
We ready for them? Muffet.
More than ready.
Muffet. All Adamus. Muffet. All Adamus. Muffet.
Right. So last year, it was an absolutely wonderful experience. The coming together of past students, whether from whichever house, the rivalry, but from Moffett House, skills and talents are what did it for us. The coming together, merging our various, even the weaker ones, had something to bring to the table. Nobody was left out. And although we still have to live it down that everyone's saying because Moffett came last. But coming up last, we say bring it on. Coming up last presented a number of challenges for us too. When Grimble went, even though it was small, by the time Grimble went, we had already had on our list more than Grimble presented. But no, in all honesty, but we felt like Grimble, we would, if any house would have felt disadvantaged, it had to have been Grimble. But the disadvantage for us really was that every house before us presented, we also had another thing. And if you notice, that a lot of it was quite similar GHSM. But yes, it gave us the opportunity to be able to tweak things here and there. We didn't really do anything different per se. I mean, Yes, we just did it better. The various groups we were able to form from setting up a PR group. And while we were quiet and everyone thought we had nothing, we were just waiting for 10 a.m. when staff ended to just, you saw the blitz we went on? We were working steadily and hard and not necessarily concentrating on what others were doing. I have to give a big shout out to um, the Muffeteers in the diaspora. They came in big for us as well. They were part of everything we did, right? They were part of every group we set up for every activity we plan and to bring it together. But the camaraderie, the friendship, the rekindled relationships among the past students, not necessarily just in our house, the competition with our peers, other past students, that is, we it really, 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 really was an awesome experience. And finally, one of the, okay, we won the challenge on numbers, but I don't know if anyone noticed the disadvantage. We are happy that we are all going to be coming on the same day this time around. So we'll see. But on the final day, because our numbers were so large, we didn't really get to showcase a lot of what we had to present for us because class time, by the time our numbers were counted, class time was upon us. And so we had to end without presenting. So we heard all the boring comments that we got from on the last day. But nonetheless, we won the challenge. We stood, uh, we won the numbers, we won the challenge. All right? But again, just to conclude, we want to thank Mr. Kennedy for his continued sponsorship. And I'm sure, likewise, all of the other houses as well, the relationship we fostered with the present students, among the present and past students, continues, and it actually transcends sports. So we are involved with just about everything for the student life, in the student life of our house, and I'm sure the other houses are doing that. So thank you again, Mr. Kennedy, and we look forward to February 6th together as one.
I'm off at house, them really come for.
The leadership of both schools, our sponsors, past students, current students, members of the media, good afternoon. As you can see, I am unmistakably and unapologetically Lopi. And by extension, I'm Muffeteer. Let's say it for Lopi. I want to start on a sad note. I want to crave your indulgence. Ken Boy, famous Ken Boy, was a Lopi man. I don't know if you know about Doris Mackey. Doris Mackey was the mother of Cecil Mackey, former Minister of Sports. I need to tell you this. The only time in the history of Simsbury Grammar School, 4 brothers ran what is called the medley relay and won it for Lopi. So let me hasten to say now, please join me in observing a mini silence in memory of those icons. Let me say a moment instead of minute, a moment. May their soul rest in peace. I am a proud Lopian. For some of you, it's probably first time you're hearing the term. But I coined the term because of the loyalty and love I have for Lopi. And this was inspired by what the boys did in the challenge trophy. Mr. Kennedy, I want to stand. I want to stand. You can't ask for a more fitting person to sponsor such an initiative. Let's say it for her, because this man is the epitome of class, love, compassion, and grace. I thank you on behalf of Lopi and all the other houses. Yes, we saw it fit to turn out in our numbers to support our current students. And that inspired us to form a group called Lopians. Lopians is a group far and wide. People in Africa, people on the moon, people in Mars, all Lopians. Yes, that's how big Lopi is. We do not only reside on Earth. Our reach is very far. And again this year, we will be behind the few. I tell you this, Lopi, you are going to get your outfits from this group called Lopians. Put your pot on fire. We will come to for you. Just to show you that we believe in teamwork. Teamwork, the cliche, teamwork make the dreams work. And when I look across, I see several friends in, wow, like the senior headmistress. I see 3 of them lined up. 3 of them lined up there. And to my sister, for those who don't know, she's the deputy head teacher of the school, Mrs. James. Yes, different color, but same mother, same father, brother and sister. Yes. And to my nephew Richie, who's in grammar school, my commiserations. Lopi, let the golden sun will cover the blue wave. And as I say to you, I don't want to take all the talk because teamwork make the dream work. I've asked somebody who has senior me, a Lopian, I now call on Frank Clark to address you. And Frank, this must be very brief. So very brief.
Thank you, Cabo. Good afternoon to my brothers and sisters, particularly those on the head table. When I entered the grammar school in the late 60s, Bliss Williams was the house captain for Lopi House. And he said, don't be shy or be discouraged. We didn't win it last year, but with people like you, we could win it this year. Cabo spoke about the late Doris Mackey. And I went in the same year with her eldest son. She had 4 boys. Andy, Joe, Wally, Walford, and Cess. Most of y'all would only know Cess. But the architect of the Mackey dynasty is really Andrew. You will say recently for his mother's funeral. The point I wanted to say is that when Blazer Williams told us that we don't have the talent and we don't have the numbers, what we had was the character, the capability, and the capacity. And from that time onwards, well, I don't have to say how proud I am as a Lopian. And give Cabba the credit. He's always making up these words. But we could not win on the field of play all the time. So what we did is that we won beyond the boundary. We look for people all over this global diaspora to support Lopi. In fact, one year we came we came 4th. And my mother asked me, because she would come down to see the races at the Richmond Hill playing field, and Snaggy, who was the caretaker for Peace Memorial Hall, would give her a chair to sit. So she knew we came 4th. And she said, what could I do to help Lopi? So I said, what is she talking about? We lost already. But house feed. Lopi had enough inventories to give other houses, and we came 4th. But we were that type of person. It's a whole teamwork and camaraderie. So what I would say to pass the message down to our boys and let them know the prerequisite to get or to do well on sports day is the training. And the training, as you know, both academically and in sports, is the training before the big event. For you to make the big event, you got to train well and don't leave nothing to task, because, you know, you did common entrance. The exams is a joke to the preparation. It's the same thing. What happened to me in the late 60s is going to happen to you and the other Lopians who are still not but even born. We're proud to support you all. As Cabra told you, we have a bigger scheme, and all we asking you all to do. Folks, don't feel too jealous because I was asked to pep up the Lopi students, and that's what I'm doing. But this applies to all the other houses. What happens is that if you, well, you're going to get the outfit, you get in the kit, but use it even if you don't win this year. Use it as a guiding light, as a goal for in the future years. So I would just close by saying that stay motivated, stick to your game plan. You only have to have one goal, and you know what that goal is. There are many objectives along the way, climbing some of those steps. But make all of your family proud, make your girlfriends proud, make everybody happy. Just surprise us. One anecdote, when I went in, Dr. Anderson was a quicker runner than me. I got a sprinting shoes from England, but I never brought it out. I'll practice in the dark and go down early on Saturday mornings and things. The only time they saw my shoes is on sports day. And it was a big upset because what was it? Francis Williams was faster than me. Edmund Israel Neddy, we call him, was faster. But on the day is what counts, sports, the glamour activity for these secondary schools is the second term. Track and field, you say athletics. What happens on that day is very important. So you lead up to that particularly and surprise all of us, even some of your colleagues from the other houses, even the Moffat ladies, surprise them, just win the whole thing. Okay, thanks for listening to me. Good. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Mrs. Claudette Laidlaw Williams, Mr. Earl Bennett, and Mr. Frank Clark for those inspiring words. As we reflect on the Randy Kennedy Challenge, it's worth nothing that Moffett and Lopi were the proud winners of this exciting competition last year. Congratulations to them. Who will be the winner this year? Who will be the winner this year? Who will be the winner this year? All right. Finally, let me invite Mr. Hugh Collins Sam from the St. Vincent Grammar School to share his remarks and deliver the grammar school's standing points. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there.
Good afternoon, all. With the protocol already established, I'm going to go straight into it, right? First, I must say thank you to the organizing committee. At the grammar school, we have a sports committee, and I'm certain that our sister school, there's a comparable body as well. And I want to thank you for coming up with this launch and executing it very well. Thank you. What house I was in? Which house? I am representing all of the St. Vincent Grammar School, right? Okay, so before I go to the point standing though, I would like to just big up our captains and our vice captains. So I'm gonna ask from Reeves House, there's Roy Kwame, to stand and wave. He's a captain, and the vice captain is Kazim James. From Lopi, our house captain is Zahim Michael. The vice captain is Mr. Sarani Roban. From Crick, the house captain is Mr. Ashney Henry. And the vice captain is Mr. Alston Bob. And from Miller, the house captain is Mr. Nazari Nash. And the vice captain is Mr. LaShawn Noel. These young men will execute their duties. They are executing their duties very well. And we pray and hope that come sports that we see even more, right? Good. So the point standing. So in a particular order, in fourth, with 243 points, we have Miller. In third, with 251 points, very close, Lopi. All right. In second, this is just standard points, eh? Things could change. We standing strong. In second, with 262 points, right? Crick. And with a substantial lead in first, standard points, 289 points. Reese House! Reese House!
Thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you, thank you. Quick, we're doing well. Better than last year. We're good. We're good. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sam, for your remarks and for those points standing. I'll now invite Mrs. Dorothy John to come to share her points, the GHS points, with you and to make a few decorations of her own. Let's see if Grimble is somewhere up there.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to make this clear. I didn't go Mr. Sam route. Didn't think of it. I woke up this morning and I tried to dress with all the colors. So you see the blue? You see the green? Cameraman, zoom in. Camera lady, zoom in. You see the red? And zoom in. Zoom in. You see the yellow? I tried my best, okay? So good afternoon to everyone again. The Girls High School, we have t-shirts on sale. They're being printed. Putting a plug here for that gathering on the 6th of February as you make your way down the tarmac. We have all the color houses, so don't stress yourself. Just stop by the school and you can purchase one. They're $40. Proceeds in aid of graduation 2025. Okay, so our house captains and vice captains. We have Kamala Harry. This is Grimble House, Dion Michael. Headmistress House. We have, I'm seeing her face. Garcia. Is Garcia this one is? It's when you teach siblings. And Naima Nesbitt. Staff House, we have Blow It, Cassian Primus, and Sarai Samuel John. And Moffat House, we have Zonice Brown and Jerecia Solomon. Our house captains are doing really well. They are trying their best. I'm pleased with their performance. So we get to the meat of the matter here. I can't find them. In fourth position, we run a tight ship this year. I want to declare that. with 91 points. Grimble in third position with 98 points. Just 9 points behind the second place people. Staff House in second position with 107 points. 2 points behind the people at the top. 1, 2. Muffet House. And in position number 1 with 109 points, Headmistress House.
Watch this and watch out. Warrior queens that come out from all about every era. Headmistress Royal, without a doubt. We got the warrior spirit. He's a champion.
It is my pleasure to declare the 2025 sports season officially open.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mrs. Darishi John. Yes, I believe the points are correct. Thank you. Thank you very much for your brief remarks and your deliberation and your declaration, sorry.
Thank you, thank you. We'll have a few dancers from the GHS, followed by our vote of thanks. Are the dancers ready? Or you want the vote of thanks first? Okay, so let's have the vote of thanks.
We now invite Miss Zonice Brown, the Muffet House Captain from the Girls High School, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to deliver this vote of thanks. First, I extend sincere gratitude to Mr. Kenil Broody and Ms. Verlene Craig for hosting this afternoon's proceeding, to Desroy Kwame for doing the opening prayer, and Zephyr Nice for leading us with pride in the anthem. Special thanks to Mr. Randy Butcher for the calendar of events and release of Sports Day, keeping us informed and energized. We appreciate the contributions of Mrs. Jacinta Edwards, Mr. Chevelle McMillan, and Mr. Randy Kennedy for their roles in the Randy Kennedy Challenge and sponsorship. Thank you to Ms. Ruth Stoke from the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union, Mrs. Charlene Michael Charles from the General Cooperative Credit Union, Ms. Rosamond Griffith from the Ministry of Education, and Mrs. Juanita Phillips Cato from the Ministry of Culture for their insightful remarks from their respective ministries and organizations. We also value the inspiring words of past students Earl Carver Bennett and the enthusiastic updates from Mr. Hugh Collins Sam and Mrs. C. Durashi John on the point standing and sports declaration. Special thanks to KCCU for your assistance with this launch. To all organizers, staff, and volunteers, thank you for making this event a success. We appreciate your support and look forward to an exciting sports event. Thank you and safe travels.
All right. Oh! Oh my God, what a life, party nights, gala wine, face full of liquor, cup full of ice. We going party till the sun bright. All right, what is it? Alright, come back alive. What's the time? We don't fight, we don't design. Don't worry, mommy, you'll be fine.
Remember to be there on the 21st of February. I want to thank everyone for attending. We have some snacks outside for you. Thank you. We'll see you all upcoming events. A special thanks to our sponsors, Randy Kennedy, the Cooperative Credit Union, the GECCU, the KCCU, the Cooperative Bank, and the St. Vincent Brewery. Thank you to the headmaster at the St. Vincent Grammar School, the headmistress at the GHS, the students, the teachers, and the parents, old boys and old girls too. See you at all our events. Thank you.